What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Conversations Are My Thing. I'm your host, Trinity Jackson. I'm super excited for this episode because what I'm going to be talking about today has literally been on my mind for the last 72 hours. I continue to think about it. I can't stop thinking about it. And last night, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to put all my opinions out there so I can get them out of my mind, get them out of my head, and leave them be because this really bothered me. And there aren't a lot of situations that I let bother me to a certain level, but this just really didn't sit right with me, so I had to speak on it. Let's get into it. What I'm talking about today is a video I saw on TikTok. There's a trend right now that's super popular where it's like, okay, when they say, whenever so and so says, bring your homegirls or bring your homeboys with you. So the idea is like, okay, I'm going over to my man's house and he's like, oh, bring your homegirls for my friends. So, right, I make a video with my four closest friends and it's like, okay, we're dancing to a song. Very simple trend. It's cool. It's supposed to be fun. Right? All these trends on TikTok are supposed to be fun. Just a way for you, and also it's a way for you to show your friends and stuff like that and just be confident and be like, okay, we look good, whatever the case may be. About 2 weeks ago, some girls did a video to this trend, and in the comments, there were some people that were like, okay, you can come, but don't bring your friends. Like, okay, they're basically saying like they're not attractive as the main girl who made the video. The ladies were in the comments saying, oh, that's so wrong of y'all. These girls are beautiful. Don't say that. Da, 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 da. Basically, like providing support, just pushing the negative comments down. So there's a big discourse in the comments of how dare y'all say something like that. These girls are beautiful, and this, that, and the third. And there's a lot of support. And I was like, okay, I love that. When I saw the first video, I said, okay, good stuff. Because me personally, I'm really good at looking for the best in people first because I look for the best in myself. It says a lot about someone if you can just knowingly, mindlessly drop hate comments on someone else's video with no second thought. I really don't think that you can find a single hate comment that I've dropped just to bring someone down. I simply just don't do that. So I love when I see people being supportive in the comments because I didn't think the girls looked bad either. And it's a trend. They're supposed to enjoy themselves. Why can't they have fun without being judged, right? Cool. A couple of days go by, and I see that there's 5 boys who also did the same trend. It was like, okay, when your homegirl says bring your boys with you. However, this time in the comments, they were tearing them down and insulting them in ways that I don't see how people are comfortable with. I don't understand how they're comfortable saying these things to people they don't know without knowing what insecurities that they could be creating behind the door. The only difference between these two videos is that one group was girls and the others was boys. What they both have in common is that a lot of individuals were basically saying the first person could come, leave the others. However, when it happened to the girls, everyone was on their side. They're like, oh, don't say that about them. These girls are beautiful. Here are a couple of the comments that I read. And mind you, all of the top comments and the most insulting comments are women. Don't bring them. Leave them home. Never mind, mama said no. They look retarded. Come alone. They just seem slow. Don't even worry about it. Be for real. All of the comments that I just read to you were the top comments because of how many likes they had. 700 plus people liking it, replying to the comment, agreeing with them. The video went viral for all the wrong reasons. It was so bad that the original creator deleted the video because of the humiliation and the embarrassment. What this made me think initially is how socially acceptable it is to berate men in public in front of other people. While if you say one thing wrong to a woman, we're breaking down in tears saying, don't say that to her. You can't say that to her. Da, 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 da. Interestingly enough, women were the main ones supporting the girls in the video, and women were the main ones. Really, all the comments that I read were from women. They were all the ones saying the nastiest things. They seemed slow. I feel like people think just because they're men they don't have insecurities like everybody else. And mind you, I'm a girl. I'm saying this as a girl. I'm just a person who is positive. I'm a person that looks to see the best in people, and I'm not a hateful person, point blank period. So what this says, it says a lot of things to me. First thing it tells me is that, as I said, it's socially acceptable to openly make fun of men, boys, whenever they're feeling confident. However, when it's women, it's different. So it really makes me think that the women that were commenting, "Oh, you're so beautiful," da da da, are probably the same ones that are commenting on this video saying the most horrible things. And they're trying to make it seem like, okay, I'm not that kind of person. Oh, you shouldn't say these things about a person. No, no, no. What they're basically saying is you shouldn't say that things about a woman, but you can say those about a man. You could say that about a man. You could tell a man he's not attractive. You could tell a man that you don't want him to come. You could tell a man that he looks slow. But if you say anything wrong to a woman, then you're disrespectful and you're wrong. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And it just shows me at the end, in your core, you are a bully. To your core, you're a mean person. To your core, you're hateful. You can't show that to everybody because it's not socially acceptable. So you probably thought the same thing as the people who said negative things about the women in the video, but you knew that if you got on the bandwagon, that everyone would tear you down too. However, in this instance, when it's just a couple of friends, they were just enjoying the trend like everyone else. But when they participate, since everyone's joining the bandwagon, not one person, of course, the video is deleted now. And it's just like this thing about like this. I always have to put myself in other people's shoes. So I imagine they're at their apartment, they're at their dorm. They look like they're in college. Maybe like 19, 20 years old, maybe younger than that. Maybe they're freshmen. They're in their dorm. They see the trend on TikTok. They're like, you know what? Let's do it. They're excited. They're fun. They're having fun. They set up the ring light. They probably do a couple of takes and they find the final video that, you know what? I'm going to post this one. They're confident. They put themselves out there to be torn down so bad. They get 1 million views for the wrong reasons, hundreds of hateful comments, disrespectful things saying about them, how they look, their intelligence, literally creating new insecurities. It only takes one time for someone to call you ugly for you to start to think you're ugly too. But to have thousands of people say it at the same time, I believe this is probably the same reason why men make up 4 times as many suicides as women. Because not only that, did not a single man stick up for them the way the women stuck up for each other, which I also thought was interesting. I said, did no one see anything wrong with this? Did no one see anything wrong with this? So I literally felt so bad. All they wanted to do was participate in the trend. And they're probably still, even though it's weeks later, getting called ugly on campus, being embarrassed in person, and now you created insecurities for boys that literally just wanted to enjoy the app that everyone else is enjoying. And the only reason this bothered me the way it did is because the parallels of the situation, the girls' video versus the boys, there's similarities and there's only one difference versus the outcome of what happened. It just says a lot. And I really feel for them. That's why I had to make this video. I genuinely feel for them. All they wanted was to participate in the trend. And the way people came after them, I know for a fact that there were new insecurities created as a result of that video. And now and of course, I could be wrong, maybe they're strong, whatever the case may be. But it was just really interesting to me to see how socially acceptable it is to tear men down in public and to have nobody stop, nobody say, this is wrong, you shouldn't say that about them. They're just trying to enjoy themselves. They're literally just participating in the trend. No one said that. They all piled on, continue to bring them down. And I'm like, what did you gain from that? I don't know, it really bothered me. I'm still kind of bothered. I really feel for them. And the worst part about it is that even though the video was deleted, it was already too late. People already screen recorded not only the video, but the hateful comments that were left under the video. So I really hope that the boys who made it don't take on the comments that were said about them and are able to just get over it and, grow past it. Because, but you have to realize you never know what's going on at home for somebody. If you can drop hateful comments on one person's video because they're a man, you feel comfortable doing so, but you're not going to drop hateful comments on a woman's video because you know that everyone's going to tear you down and you don't want to be the person that everyone's going against, that says a lot about you. One, that you're a coward. You're a coward because you can't even take what you're dishing out. If you would have dropped that same comment that you dropped on that video, on that girl's video, they would have been on you. They knew that. So they would never do that. They're cowardly. anyone that really goes out of their way to drop hateful comments about someone is a coward, and they hide behind the computers. But you never really know what is happening in someone else's life behind closed doors. And we've seen online bullying go so far already in the past, but we still don't take it seriously, and we still think the comments are just fun. You don't know how anyone's mental health is. You don't know what's going on at home. You don't know the perception they already have of themselves. They may have already thought, I'm not that great, I'm not that good. And all of this is confirmation of what they were already thinking. So they have a lesser opinion of themselves, which is sad to say, because of course, as someone who focuses on my own personal happiness, I know that the vision I have of myself is so important, and the way that I see myself is so important. And it's so easy to allow someone else's opinion of you to affect the way you see yourself. And I feel like that's what happened here. And I didn't find any, like, as I was looking at the comments, I just didn't find any of them funny. Just not only because the other video that happened just days before, but because I never understand why people go out of their way to break someone's confidence, to try to bring them down, to make sure that they're not feeling themselves. And the last thing I want to say that I really still don't understand is why no men said what I'm saying right now. Why no men spoke up to literally just make the obvious comparison that why are y'all willing to tear the guys down but not the girls? I feel like men aren't as accustomed to standing up for each other. Maybe, I mean, of course, women are used to banding together to make things happen. And I mean, it's crazy that I'm even saying this, because I'm not even team, go men or anything like that. As I said earlier, I'm just a good person with a good heart who knows when something just simply isn't right. And I don't like to see people be brushed away as if it's just a joke, it's harmless. They literally had to delete the video because it was so bad. It went viral for all the wrong reasons, but not one man said, this isn't right. Maybe not one that I saw. Maybe someone said it and I didn't see it. Of course, it's a very big app, but not one man was like, y'all are disrespectful, y'all are rude, these boys are handsome, they're strong, they're capable. Of course, they don't want to seem gay or whatever the case may be, but the fact that no men were standing up for them was just also interesting to me. I just feel like it just says a lot about who people are on the inside and what they feel comfortable doing based on just people egging them on. Oh yeah, we're liking the comment. So you're hateful, you're really disrespectful, and you're cowardly, but you just can't show that to the world. You're just gonna be who you are behind your phone and feel super powerful, but you wouldn't tell that to them, to their face. The things that people are commenting, 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't tell you to your face. And that's why I already know that. That's why I don't really care when people drop negative comments on my videos. I just delete it. I say, you're really bold on the phone, but you would never walk up to me out of nowhere and just tell me in public that you think I'm ugly. Even if you thought so. People are so comfortable being rude online, it's weird to me. Because you're not like that in person, you know that. That's what I always think. You're not like that in person. You're not even that guy. If you saw me right now, you quietly, meekly walk the other way, because confrontation is literally not your thing. 80% of people's greatest fear is public speaking. They barely have the confidence to get up and talk to a stranger, let alone criticize one in public to their face. But if you're on social media, oh, you look ugly. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're stupid. I can't believe you said that. I would never. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing for you. You're not that person in public. And one thing about me that I pride myself on, and the reason I don't drop hateful comments, because I'm the same person in public as I am on social media. I don't have to make up a facade. I genuinely want to see the best in people. I genuinely like to say nice things about other individuals. I like meeting people. I like complimenting them. And that's why I make friends the way I do, because I am who I am in person as I am on social media. Some people will be so hateful on social media, and you see them in person and they're trying to avoid eye contact. They would never tell you that in person. You have to realize that. Because I feel bad for the boys that made this video, But the one thing about social media is you're really putting yourself out there to be judged, and you have to be comfortable with yourself, and you have to know yourself to a certain level to where no one can tell you anything about you that you would ever believe. No one can tell me I'm stupid. Simple. Because I know me. Not because my mom told me I'm not stupid, not because I made a grade on a test, not because of anything that's happened in my life, other than I woke up one day and I said, I'm not stupid. Oh, you're ugly. No, I'm not. Because you can't tell me what I am because you don't know me. You have to have a strong sense of self when it comes to really being on these platforms because there are people out there that simply hate their lives. That's all it is. Anytime anyone drops a hateful comment on my video, I feel bad for them because I know anyone that looks for the worst in people and looks to spread negativity has negative thoughts running through their mind at all times. They have a negative perception of themselves. They tell you you're ugly because they think they're ugly. They tell you you're stupid because they know they're stupid. They feel incompetent. And the only way to make themselves feel better, misery loves company, is to comment on your video and tell you how bad you look because they hate your confidence. That's why I move the way I move. That's why I talk the way I talk and I post the content I do because nobody can tell me who Trinity Jackson is and isn't. So I want to get off my soapbox. I had to speak on that today because I literally felt so passionately about everything that I just said. And I really believe that more people need to be more conscious of what they're saying on these apps. And if you wouldn't say it to them in person, you wouldn't say it to their face, don't comment at all. But we've all heard it before. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I don't think people realize how ugly you look when you drop a hateful comment. It makes you look bad. I'm embarrassed for you, especially because you spent so much time typing it out just for me to delete it and act like it never even happened. So I want to thank you all for listening or watching or however you receive this. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe for the next video, podcast episode dropping soon. Much love. I really appreciate it. This has been Conversations Are My Thing with Trini Jackson. Mwah.